Hello, you are watching the SA Sports Show. I'm Erin, Hanna, and we are with the Maple twins, Tess and Ellen Maple, at Cooper Stadium at Norwood. How are we today, girls?
Great, thanks. Thanks for having us.
Oh, no,
thanks.
No problemo. I just want to talk firstly about this oval. Now, you guys played here for round one.
Sure did.
Who'd you play against?
Oh, who is it?
North Adelaide.
Very
Yeah,
good.
North Adelaide,
That was a
that's it.
test. That was a test. Fantastic. First quarter, Ellen.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened.
Gosh,
It was a
well,
bit of history making.
It was, I winged it, like, not gonna lie, but yeah, it was a snap at the goal and...
Snapper goal. So
Yeah.
first snapper goal in the SANFLW for
Yeah.
its inaugural season. So you were the first ever goal kicker
Pretty
for the
exciting.
women's division. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. So
Pretty proud sister
what
over here now, yeah.
I remember asking you, so what feeling was that? You said, oh, I winged it. It was
Yeah.
a total fluke.
Yeah.
But that feeling must have been awesome though.
Well, I didn't actually know it was a goal until, like, I saw Nicole Coley, one of our players. She just stuck her hands up and I was like, wait, was that a goal? And I just ran up and jumped on her. It was really great.
Awesome. So Tess, how did you feel that first game as well? Like, what were the nerves like? What did you put heaps of pressure on yourself as well?
I was very nervous. I just remember coming out onto the field and I just knew all the players, and
Yeah.
I come from, we both come from a Div 2 background, playing in the softball season last year. So coming up, we knew that we were playing against Div 1 players, and I was honestly quite nervous, and that probably reflected in my game a bit. Just first game, a bit scrappy. I think everyone was feeling those nerves, but no, it was defintle great to
Awesome.
come out with a win, I guess.
So you guys are twin sisters,
Yep,
right?
that's
So
right.
that's awesome in
7 minutes
itself.
older.
And you're both the only twins in the SANFLW this year.
Actually, I think there was a
There was
few in the Glenelg team.
The Glenelg
I'm not
team.
sure.
If not just sisters, yeah.
in the Norwood side at least.
Yeah, in the
right.
Norwood side, yeah.
Would you guys say that your relationship on and off the field is just as equally strong?
You can go.
Well, definitely, yeah. Oh, God.
On the, yeah, I'd say on the field and off the field, like, we've been playing netball with each other for years, so we definitely, like, we've got the bond through, you know, our love for sport. So, yeah, coming out here and finding out that we're both in this team, it's just been incredible. And, you know, when we get off the field, we get to talk, like, tactics and, like, really, like, helping each other out and just making each other feel like, you know, calm the nerves, like just, ease it. And then especially when we're on the field, you know, we give each other like pat on the back and like just signal like thumbs up. So yeah, we really just get around each other. And
Absolutely.
It's been really
Now, I
great.
know that you guys have a little bit of a pre-match thing you do before a game. Car karaoke together. I have
Yeah.
received a Snapchat or two from these two singing their hearts out on the way to the footy game. That must be awesome. That must be a way to get you excited for the game, get rid of some of those nerves.
Definitely. I think it kind of takes our mind off it. We just have a moment to ourselves where we can just jam and pump each other up. And that goes back to when we were kids. Like, on the way to netball, we'd be driving and, like, we'd be doing our stretches, like, in the car, like, to the music.
I do remember that.
Yeah, so coming back, like, it's something we always do, like, even when we aren't going to a game. But it's something that we can just, like, share with each other.
Absolutely.
And it's like no one's watching, so we just, like, get along really well. And just on the field, like, I think we have, like, a sense of where each other are. Like, in netball, when it's a shorter court, like, I always pass to, I can look for Ellen and I know where she is. So on the field, like, I have an awareness of where she is. I majority played in defence and a bit in the forward line, whereas Ellen was in the mid and she was under the packs and I knew where she was. And I think the sister bond is, we kind of see that where Ellen or myself, when we get injured or we get knocked down, and I'll just run past and be like, Ellen, get up, you're fine.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you're stronger than this, get up. And I'll just like,
Yeah, apparently I'm bulletproof, but I'm not really.
yeah, so we kind of just like encourage each other, like we'll pull each other up, or like I feel like we're quite, like if we get knocked down, we'll get straight back up kind of players. So I think we see that in each other
You definitely
as well.
bounce off each other like that as well, and I have seen that. Now, I want to talk a bit about the fact that you guys are the premiership team. You won the grand final this year for the SANFLW. The Norwood were the premiers. You guys have just got a bus, I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all advertised over the buses. How many do you know? Just a few across Adelaide sort of thing?
I'm not aware of how many, but I've just, when
Probably
driving
just a
here,
couple,
I've just
yeah.
seen
Seen
one.
one? Yep.
And I love that. Was the first time I saw it driving. I was like, oh my gosh, that's me. me and my team. But
that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling because I suppose we didn't see that coming. I guess this year, like it's just taken off.
Yeah, it
there was a
really has.
huge response here at the club and also across the league in the 4 teams that were participating. It's been a really good response. But I just want to talk about the grand final. Now you played for Mount Lofty grand final in Division 2 last year. You did lose that grand final, so that's a completely different grand final feeling.
Yeah.
But this year you won the grand final for the SANFLW in its first year. What feeling is that? Could you even describe that? And as a woman as well coming through, this is the first time the girls have got involved in this in SA.
Yeah.
Like, do you have like? I guess are you really proud of that? Like, because you should be.
Of course. No, yeah, definitely. I think it was a bit of a shock to the system, honestly. We were one of the teams that wasn't likely to be a favourite.
Yeah.
Looking at just the team list, we were the team that was the underdogs throughout the season. So winning those first couple games, and then we had a couple losses. So it was we definitely, going into the grand final, I think we were seen not as the pick to win. And I think just we kept our mindset in that. And that was the difference.
We became a family. Like our team, we really bonded, and our coach Steve Simons, he just absolutely like brought us together, and his coaching style, and honestly, he won it for us because, you know, just the way that he brought us together, and like we were a family, and we still are, and you know, we've got a bus now to prove it, and we just, you know, we catch up on the weekends and during the week, and like go to the gym together. So it's incredible, and honestly, if someone said to me, you know, a year ago you would have been in the grand final and even playing for the SANFL, it's just unbelievable.
It's a huge honour, I can imagine. I've talked to a few girls that they're all incredibly proud. A very surreal feeling.
Yeah.
But I guess even just as a girl playing football, have you seen that you've had any limitations, or do you feel like there are no limitations? I've done sport all my life. It's just another one to tick off the list.
I feel like going into footy, it's obviously there's not many pathways, but now it's growing, and I thought when we just started footy, we just really wanted to try it, and
we've got the
now,
aggressive personality, like the drive and the hunger to
and the motivation
get the
to do
ball, and so we kind of have it in our genes. And I know a lot of the Nord girls, you know, football is, you know, it's something that you want to do because, you know, it's only just been obviously a new and upcoming thing for females, so it's like, you know, you just want to get in there. And I know so many girls that just want to play because like, oh, football, what? That's not like, that's not a thing, like girls can't do that. So just the whole newness of it is just like, it's really exciting. So
Absolutely. And now you're back at your roots this year, back at Mount Lofty, playing Division 2. I understand that you're trying to move up to Division 1 by next year. That's a challenge, definitely. How do you guys feel coming? I guess it's a huge high coming from the SANFLW back to your home ground. Do you see yourselves still improving while you're back at home, or do you, like, because obviously you want to make the SANFLW next year. Do you feel like you're in the right place?
I think going back to Lofty, definitely. I think there's obviously each club offers different things for their players. I think going back to Div 2, I don't see that as a downfall. Now,
No, we've got
now that the teams have changed, so that some of the Div 1 teams have moved down to Div 2, so it's a different competition now this year. And we've worked hard. We've won 3 games now, or
Fantastic.
3 games. And yeah, so it's definitely a new challenge, and there's a lot stronger teams this year, and we're coming in with a bunch of new players who have never played before, and they've slotted into our Div 2 team. So coming in with a bit of experience, we're able not only to learn ourselves, but we're able to teach them. And I see myself and a lot of the other SANFL girls taking a bit of leadership in trainings and being able to encourage and motivate the other girls and teach them the structures, the gameplay, how it all comes together when it's on the field. So
That's awesome.
not just about learning ourselves, but being able to teach other girls is
And
really
that's a
opportunity.
huge thing as well. Being able to play as a girl, being able to teach other girls. It's exciting. It's really exciting. But I appreciate so much you guys coming down here today at Norwood Oval. It's a beautiful day. I believe there's a game on tonight, so the grass is looking good.
Yeah.
But thanks so much for your time, girls.
Thank you very much for having us.
Back to you boys in the studio.